in America, we always talk about the East Coast, the changing the leaves. We've always wanted to do that. We still want to do that, but we had never experienced anything like a real fall. In Texas, we really don't have real falls like this. It kind of just snaps your fingers and it goes through.
Yes. I mean, we crave seeing a scenery from like Vermont or upper New York State. That's what I envision when I think of autumn, fall. That's what I want to see, the changing of the leaves.
Absolutely. So we went to a place called the Transfagarasan Highway. I was very excited about it because it's one of the best roads in the whole world to drive, and I really like scenic drives. And there were two that I wanted to go to. One of them was already closed, called the Transalpina Road. It's the highest road in Romania. This is the second, I believe, highest, and it's called the Transfagarasan Highway. And actually, there's been programs about it, and how wonderful drive it is, how scenic it is, how dangerous it is to drive with all the hairpin turns and all the loops. And it was true to the word. We didn't get to drive the whole thing. Very unfortunately, it's I can't remember how long it is. It's really not that long, but we did drive the more northern part closer to Sibiu down to about Balea Lake and just a little bit further. But why don't we talk about just driving over there, what you felt when you saw it, getting to the cable car?
Right. So when we first arrive, it's like a national park. So you arrive, and as soon as you start driving into the national park, you start seeing all the trees. And for us, again, it was the fall season, the autumn season, and we start seeing just this beautiful landscape with all the oranges and the bright reds and the browns, and I don't know, it was just perfect. It was amazing. So we actually pulled over on the side of the road, took pictures, we did some videos.
Drone.
Nathan did a drone video, which looked incredible. It was just incredible, the beauty, and just being able to experience that. We truly enjoy that.
Now, we drove in, and you go through it, you're going back and forth the whole time. Make sure you might want to take some nausea pills if you're a passenger.
We did. The ginger pills worked magic. Those really helped.
So we get up there, we see a cable car, and that's our cue to pull over. We find parking. I don't remember how much we paid, but it wasn't very much. It was a round trip. The cable car, we waited a little line. It wasn't very long. We got on the cable car. We passed by a waterfall on the left. It was a very beautiful area. Now, this area is all very well known for bears. So we didn't get to see any bears on this trip.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But we really wanted to see them. But unfortunately, no, we didn't get to see
any. From far away.
From far away, yes. And they have the most, I think, brown bears of anywhere in Europe.
Yes.
So we got in the cable car. It was a beautiful sight. We arrived on the very top, and it's called Balea Lake, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it has at least one hotel, maybe two. It's got an ice hotel that it wasn't open when we were there because it was not snowing yet.
Yeah, so they have to actually wait for the lake to freeze over because they get the blocks to build this hotel. Tables, chairs, beds, everything is ice, right? And they actually cut the ice blocks from the frozen lake, and that's how they build it. So they have to wait for the lake to freeze over so they can actually be able to build it.
Now, that is something I would have loved to see.
Me too, but I'm too cold. I saw some pictures and I was like, no, you have to sleep on ice and sit on ice.
Oh yeah, the beds are ice, but you sleep, I guess, with like hides, animal hides, and the restaurant, you had a frozen dishes, right?
Yeah.
It's really ice, and you sit down on ice. I would love to see that. I will say this briefly. One of the things about the road, they do only open for a few months of a year, and so they were going to close right at the end of October, and here we are very at the end of October when we got here. So I was very excited that it was open.
We made it just in time.
We made it. It was beautiful up there. We ate at the restaurant. It was affordable. They have like little booths, like little markets. You can buy honey or
a little souvenir
beef
shops,
jerky or some local products, which is was fun to see. So Nathan and I decided we're going to go hiking. Now this is one of the Transylvania area and Romania in general is very well known for hiking. And so we decided, hey, that looks pretty good. They actually went back down the cable car to get the car and drive it up there. And Nathan and I went on our adventure and we met some people along the way. To be honest with you, I wasn't very nervous about going up there. To me, it seemed straight up. It wasn't. But it was very exciting. It was fun. It was a great adventure for Nathan and I. Now, I would go back to that again because once I got up to the top,
the view.
Oh my gosh. It was not just the view of Balea Lake below and the Transfagarasan Highway, but on the other side, it's called Capra Lake. The lake itself is beautiful, but it's small, alpine lake. But there were trails going off in the distance. You can just imagine how beautiful it was with the valley that opened up below. Now, while we were doing that, they actually drove a little further. They went through a tunnel. I think it's called Capra Tunnel, and on the other side, you can go down to, there's another waterfall, it's Capra Waterfall. You can go a lot further than that, but that's where they stopped. They turned back around. They were hoping to see some bears.
Yeah, we didn't see any bears,
No
unfortunately.
bears. They came back, waited for us to come down, which took us a while.
I will say one of the cool things about the tunnel is not that long. You can actually see the end of the tunnel as you go in, but the walls were frozen. I mean, it was like iced over, and that was pretty incredible. There wasn't that many people when we went, so we really enjoyed it. Just not, having to deal with, lots of traffic or anything. I mean, we pretty much were on our own out there.
Thanks for listening to the Family Abroadcast, pursuing a life of slow travel and adventure, or more stories, less stuff.